And yeah, you can spend time in the end zone. You can rotate the puck and stay on the outside and build up that stat. But we feel we have to bring more pucks to the net. We feel we have to make things happen more in the blue. We feel we need to get more shots from low to high and back down to the net with a lot more consistency for us to create more offense.
What, as a coach, when you have a game like tonight, what are you looking for in that game? What kind of things are you watching the game for?
Well, I'm going to look for not so much our guys. I'm a little concerned about these two games for us because they have skated, and it's been really hard for them. So you got to be really careful as far as how you evaluate, because I think we're going to have some tired players out there tonight. But I'm looking at the guys that I just don't know a lot about, that I have not seen. I've heard about, but I have not seen play. So I just act accordingly that way.
Did you like Vigneault last year in camp before his injury and that kind of stuff? Was he?
Yeah, he was playing well at that time before he got hurt. Yeah, he's a big body. He has skill. He can skate. I remember I went when I first saw him play. I think we might have been in Ottawa. I forget where we traveled to, but myself, Yarmo, and Billy went to see him play a college game, and he played really well that game. Yeah, so he's with a long body like that and the way he can skate, we're going to keep on watching and see how he progresses.
Speaking of progressing, where's Panarin at this stage? What's his status?
Day to day, yeah.
We're only a couple of days into the preseason, but we got games, and before long the season will be here. As you approach like the rest of this preseason, when do you want to have your team? When do you start looking to narrow things down? Like how?
We'll probably narrow down a little bit after these two exhibition games. Wednesday will be a day off for the camp, and we'll probably cut some numbers down then. And then I have some dates in mind, but I can't. It's not cut in stone. It depends. You may have some surprises that keeps you around, keeps other players around that you didn't expect. But the first day off for camp will be Wednesday, and we'll have some discussions as far as maybe moving some people then.
Will you watch any of these games from the bench? Will you be?
I'm not coaching the two games here. I'll be watching from upstairs.
Who's behind the bench for you?
It'll be Lars and Shazi. Yeah.
Will that continue, or will you coach?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll coach some games. I'm not sure when.
When do you start to really kind of narrow in, because of the volume of skating, the stuff that you put guys through? The last 2 or 3 preseason games, you really start to zero in on how you're looking as a team?
We'll be down, even before those last 3 preseason games, we'll be down in numbers by then. We'll be working on our systems probably prior to those games. But those last 2 games, although I'm not going to play, I'm going to play pretty close to what our team may be is that home game when we play back-to-back those last 2. I'm certainly not going to be playing our what we think is going to be our starting 23 back-to-back at the end of the year. So towards there, the last week of camp, that's when we start getting to the X's and O's. We have some film days. But right now, there's a lot of numbers. We're still working on the conditioning. And this will, after maybe another 3 or 4 days, we start trailing down on the conditioning and start working into systems.
I guess that's what I was getting at more. When does the log-leggedness start to kind of dissipate is it those last
You're
couple
asking
games?
the wrong guy. I haven't skated a lick out there. So, yeah.
That's not in past, though. I mean, you've seen these guys. Do they start to get their legs back right before the season? Or?
No, these are tough days here.
Right.
Remember, we haven't stopped and start yet either. There's so much volume in the skating that I won't allow them to stop and start in the skating drills. They do some in the game. But in another couple of days, we're going to be doing some things stopping and starting for even better conditioning. We're going to be doing some battle drills. That's where you get most of your conditioning is through the thrashing and battles. But yeah, it's different for everybody as far as when it starts coming back. These are tough days right now. I'm afraid what we'll see here tonight with some of the guys, but I have to look at the end game here as far as preparing for a year. And I think we're going about the right way. We'll just see where we go.
With having the assistants coach these early games, is that something you've always done as a coach?
Yep.
Why is that? What's the
I like
reason
watching because I don't know the guys, and I want to give them some time on the bench too to converse with the players in a different way, to feel that type of what that job is. These guys are trying to progress too, the coaches along the way. So I just don't think I need to coach all the exhibition games. They're going to listen to me enough during the regular season. I don't need to double up with a bunch of exhibition games. And towards the end, when we're doing more teaching and we basically kind of have our team or close to it, then we start thinking about a lot of the X's and O's and the foundation of how we're going to play. So I like to have all three coaches on the bench then.